Hi viewers, today let's talk about gingival and periodontal fibers. About periodontal fibers, I have made an elaborate video. Those who have not seen, you can go and watch that. Today I'll just talk briefly about the periodontal fibers. I need to talk about these two so that you will understand the difference better. There are two areas around the teeth, like the gingival epithelium and also the connective tissue. I have made a video about epithelium, gingival epithelium. You can watch that too. So the gingival epithelium has many layers. Below that you can see the connective tissue. So today let's talk about connective tissue. This connective tissue has two compartments, that is cellular compartment and the extracellular. Today this I am talking about fibers. So this fibers comes under the extracellular compartment. There are three types of fibers. First one is collagen, then reticular and elastic. The ground substances are nothing but they fills the space between the fibers and the cells. They are the proteoglycans and glycoproteins. So now we will talk about gingival fibers. There are two types of fibers. Main principal fiber groups are there. Then the other minor secondary group fibers are also there. The principal groups are almost five are there. So first you can remember this principal group of fibers as dad, take care. Take care you can write as TC. First one is D, that is dentogingival. So the dento means the tooth, gingival means gingiva. So this type of dentogingival fibers, they starts from the cementum and then they goes to the crest of the marginal gingiva. Then the other is the alveolar gingival, means it starts from the crest of the alveolar bone to the gingiva. Sometimes you may confuse with the periosteogingival, which I am talking now. So this periosteogingival is different from the alveolar gingival. By the terms you may feel both are same. Periosteogingival means this starts from the periosteum and to the gingival area. So alveolar gingival means they start from the crest of the alveolar bone to the marginal gingiva. And next is dentoperiosteal. Dentoperiosteal means they start from the cementum near the CEJ and then they goes to the periosteum of the alveolar bone. And next is transeptal. They goes from the cementum of to one tooth to the cementum of the other tooth. And circular, they goes through the marginal gingiva and the attached gingiva. This is the principle. These five are the principal group of fibers in the principal group of gingival fibers. And next is a secondary minor group. You can remember these as pits. The three eye will be there, so pits you can remember like pits. The first one is periosteogingival. I talked about that just now. And next is the interpapillary. They goes in a faciolingual direction. This kind of fibers, they goes faciolingual direction in between the tooth, in between the teeth. And next is the intergingival, means it goes mesiolingually like this direction. It was like this, interpapillary was like this, and this is mesiolingual. This goes mesiolingual direction in the attached gingiva. And next is the third eye is the intercircular. This goes from the cementum on the distal aspect of the tooth and proceed in the buccolingual direction around the next tooth and insert in the mesial aspect. It goes like this. Okay, this is intercircular. Next is transgingival, not the transeptal. This T is different from this T. This T is transeptal and this T is transgingival, which means these kind of fibers, they surround in and around the teeth but restrict to the attached gingiva. And next is a semicircular. This semicircular means half circle. They pass from the mesial aspect and goes towards the distal aspect and insert on the distal aspect of the same teeth. So this is about the secondary minor gingival groups. Next is the periodontal ligament fibers. They in this also 5 or 6 principal group of fibers are there. You can just remember this as I am hot. 2A would be there. So I am hot. You can just remember like that. And the first is the interradicular. Interradicular means it can be seen in the multi-rooted tooth, especially in the furcation area. This is interradicular group. And next is the alveolar crest group. It passes like this. Only this prevents the extrusion or lateral movement of the teeth, especially these fibers are associated with orthodontic relapse. And next is apical fibers. This seen in the apex, only formed after the complete eruption of the tooth. Otherwise, this apical fibers cannot be seen. And next is horizontal. This goes perpendicular to the long axis of the teeth in the apical two-third of the teeth. And next is the oblique fibers. They are abundant in nature. About 80% of the fiber groups are the oblique fibers. And next is the transeptal. This is the one group of fibers that share both the gingival and periodontal fibers. Here the principal fibers, transeptal was there. Here also transeptal fiber. They share the both gingival and periodontal fibers. And in that periodontal ligament fibers, elastic fibers are also there. They are elastin, oxytocin and elastin. Oxytocin, they majorly present in periodontal ligament. Elastin, they present in the gingival fiber. They present in the vertical direction in the periodontal ligament space. It doesn't have specific role, but it helps to facilitate the blood flow. And next is a sharpish fiber. They are the component. You can see this picture. This is a sharpish fiber. You see, no, here these are the sharpish fiber. They are the component of principal fibers that extend into the root cementum and the alveolar bone. If this is the cementum, this is the alveolar bone, they extend into both to the root. If this is the periodontal ligament, they extend into the root cementum and also the alveolar bone, and they get calcified and associated with the proteins like bone protein or osteoprotein, and they form the sharpish fiber. So around the alveolar bone area, this sharpish fiber are thicker, whereas around the cemental area, this sharpish fiber are little more thinner. You can see this picture. Here it is thicker and here it goes thinner. So this is all about gingival and periodontal fibers. I hope you understand this well. Thank you.